107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
How come some people say COOBA and some people say Cuba? Why are we confused?
That's funny. It seems like it's an East Coast thing for people to say Cuba.
Really?
Maybe because we're close to the island.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It's so funny. It's like my entire life I've heard it 50-50, and I just kind of just go.
You just roll with it, right?
Just rolls with it.
First question: where's the Academy Award? Where is it?
Oh, it's at the house.
Is it at the house? Where do you have it? Where's it now? Where do you have it set?
Yeah, exactly. I keep it on the shelf.
Wow.
You know?
That what did that do for you? First of all,
well, it gives you that distinction of being an Academy Award winner. You know, for the rest of your life,
wow.
no matter what happens to your career. I mean, I could be
an
at
exclusive
McDonald's,
club, right?
I could be at McDonald's 5 years from now, but I'll always be an
Academy Award winner. Hey,
right.
that's something. That's
unbelievable.
Something. Do you think there's a curse that goes along with that?
I think what there is an apprehension to want to work and top what you've done previously.
Right.
I know I took a year off just to kind of read everything, and then finally, when the role that I did do was something that wasn't created for African American, it's the film What Dreams May Come.
Yes.
And it was just something so unique, and visually, it was, I think, way ahead of its time with some of the effects that we did with it. But yeah, there is that apprehension. And then what I wound up doing is saying no so much that so many people were like, oh, no, don't offer it to him. He'll say no. So it took me a little while to get back into the...
It's an adjustment, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is an adjustment. I think I tell a lot of these kids that are getting nominated today, I tell them, just work, man. Don't worry about what you did. Just keep working.
Just keep working.
Because it is practice, you know, when you're doing your... you're exercising that instrument. So.
Now, have you ever been on Broadway before?
No, first time.
This is the first time?
Yeah, but it's nowhere near the same thing, but I was discovered on stage in high school. I had won a Shakespeare Film Festival with a monologue I did from 12th Night and got an agent from it. And then that took me into TV doing Hill Street Blues and MacGyver, and then eventually
That's
Boyz
major.
in the Hood. And then, so this is like a full circle.
How does it feel to be back on the big floor, as I call it?
Oh, it's great.
Wow.
It's great. Well, not only that, I'm on the big floor with Miss Cicely Tyson.
Okay, you have legends with
Vanessa
you.
Williams.
What is that
Vanessa
like? What is that
Cicely.
like?
It's just, it's an emotional thing every time I see her get into character, because she is, she's up there in age, and she hasn't been on stage since 1980 something. And you see what she's doing, you see the energy she brings to the role, and you know that you're a part of history just standing next to her. And we're dealing with a lot of family issues and issues of home and longing of home. And
Yeah, what is the play about? Give us a little backstory
Trip to
on that
Bountiful.
one.
A Trip to Bountiful, Horton Foote's play, and every woman that has played Mama Watts has either won a Tony, an Academy Award, or some other acknowledgement for their performance.
Wow.
And I feel that Cicely's performance is right up there with them.
Well, she's nominated, right?
She's nominated for a
Yes.
Tony. Geraldine Page won the Oscar in, I believe, 86 when she did her portrayal. But it's about a family, a close family in a cramped 2-bedroom apartment. Mama Watts, her son, I play Ludi, and my wife, Vanessa Williams, plays Jess and May.
All right, now.
It's how the tensions of that close quarters kind of brings these two women at each other, and my character's stuck between them. And then finally, she has to get out, and she sneaks away, and she tries to get back to her hometown, which is Bountiful. And it's all the interesting characters that she meets along the way. Condola Rashad plays a bus patron she meets up, and they sing hymns together, and then she meets a sheriff who has to try to get her back to, her family, and played by Tom Wopat. And
Are you having a ball?
I'm having a ball, man. They told me, they said it's a lot of work. You're going to do 8 shows a week.
That's a lot.
2 shows on Wednesday, 2 shows on Saturday, and those are the days I look forward to.
Is that
when
right?
do you have time to party? Because we know you like to party, Cuba. Come
I
on
get it
now.
in. You know I get it in. I get it in.
He gets it in.
I get it in.
That's what we talking
I'm
about.
over here with my cup of coffee. I got my coffee right now. I'm trying to get my mind back right.
Oh,
for the interview.
Lord.
But I get it in. Yeah.
Wow.
You live hard, play hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, God put me in a good place, and I'm just having fun. My wife has been gracious enough for me to be able to be so self-indulgent with this craft that I love on stage that takes me away from the family for long periods of time.
And you're going to be around till like September or something?
September 1, yes, sir.
Wow.
So it's been so good that they have extended the run of this play, because it was supposed to end next month on June 30th, but now September 1st is the deadline, so you can get to those tickets. I'm trying to weasel me some right now. Maybe,
me
we'll
too.
have a pair to hook us
sells
up.
out. These shows
That's
sell
a
out
good
so
thing.
fast.
That's amazing.
They sell out so fast.
That's amazing.
And I look at the audience and I see all the people in there, and you know, when there's a section, like I was saying, where Cicely and Condola sing these songs, and the audience starts singing with them, and it's like church a little bit. It's like church in there. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
When you think about your journey,
and
I go back. It's kind of like a little personal thing. I was with you the day they screened Boyz in the Hood.
In Chicago the first time?
In New York.
Oh, yeah, because
they had a screening in New York.
Did a few.
And I was sitting in the same row with you and Cube.
In the back.
Yeah.
And with hoodies on so people wouldn't
sitting
know
in the same row. And then when it was over and I saw Chestnut, I said, I'm so glad to see you alive. You know?
Exactly.
But that movie
That's
was,
funny.
you think about that ride, your entire ride, what goes through your mind?
Well, you know, for me, that was the first film that I had participated in. You know, I did a small thing in Coming to America, but this was the first film that I was, you know, did research for the character and actually lived in the environment that we were shooting about, South Central Los Angeles, and kind of hung out down there and really saw how the community embraced the story that we were telling about them. Then from there, the movie opened, and then I went on the journey of people, the discovery of people finding out about this violence, this gang violence, and these drive-by shootings, and how it affected so many communities, not just in Los Angeles, as we know, but in Manhattan, and Chicago, Detroit, and all these places, and how it was this swell of youth of people that identified with these characters. And it's funny because we did a talk back after the play 2 nights ago, and they had these 8th grade kids from this inner city who came to see the play, 200 of them, and they stayed, and a few of these kids raised their hand, and they were all questions about Boyz in the Hood.
Yeah, because that movie still resonates.
Yeah, I mean that movie is one of those.
It's powerful.
Stand the test of time movies.